Hi, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. Today's Antique Junk Journal is a vintage book, and on the cover I have put in a plate that I got from a 1905 book, and this plate is called Fido's Birthday, and I love this. It's little jewelers here, and they're making daisy chains and selling them, which I think is adorable. It's so sweet. So that is an original plate I pulled from a book, and this is original lace here, antique lace, and on the side of the spine here I have put a tassel of ribbons and some vintage chain there. So I love it. I think you're going to like what's inside. And remember, everything in here is authentic, antique, and vintage ephemera. There's not a single piece of fake paper anywhere in here. It is all historic and just so much fun to have. So original first pages of the book with some antique music sheet here. This is from the 1856 book on veterinarian care. Antique paper on the back and a little pocket with a nice little place here that you can journal on. Isn't that beautiful? That's from an antique book as well. Well, I guess I can just tell you everything is from an antique book or a vintage book. This is the original first pages of this book here, and it itself is from 1959. This is a typing page book, a 1940s children's book page there, and a little pocket here. I made this tag with a little lace window, and really fun clusters. That's an interior spine vintage dictionary page, and on this part here I got the dust jacket from a very, very old Huckleberry Finn book, not quite 100 years old, but very close. And so I kept it in here, and I just thought it was wonderful. Made a pocket out of it, put another little insert here from an 1800s book on the Klondike. And yeah, I even got the spine of that dust jacket. I love that. Look at the colors. It's fantastic and a classic, right? Here we go. Here we have two journaling tags, and I stamped a journal on that antique paper there, and then made two little teeny tiny tags that slip into there. Isn't that fun? And that's tucked into the page of a 1920s children's school book. Glassine envelope here, vintage. Somebody's written on it, a stamp collector. And then I put four vintage stamps in here as well, international stamps. So really pretty. You can have lots of fun with those, making your clusters and decorating your pages. This is a vintage playing card. So if you ever upcycle cards, which I do, it's really fun. So just Google that, get some ideas. This is so cool. This is from 1895, and the advertisements in here from the Youth Companion are fabulous. I like this shoe, and it's my favorite. $1.45. Can't go wrong, right? And then on the back here as well. So just a really cool piece. Treasure, just a treasure. And I made this pocket out of a vintage dictionary page, and then you can journal up there and up here as well. Really cool cluster down here. And this plate is also from 1904, and this is from my British book series. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that little castle out in the British countryside. And speaking of which, here is another one here. This is actually Mount Fuji, so not British, but it's a great plate color. And then we have this from 1950s Bambi. So a vintage page here and antique paper on the back. And on this side, look how cool this is. And this is from a very old dictionary, and I love it. Antique paper on the back, so you can journal there. So a little double pocket there. This is a things to make and do page. Oh no, sorry, this is from a sewing, 1950s sewing book. And then here's just really fun fabric. Great clusters here. This is an interior spine with the cloth still on it. That is rare to be able to pull that out with the cloth. It's usually frayed into netting, but I put a little journaling tag in there that I made from Antique Bits. And that is all. Look at this. Hey diddle diddle. That is such a beautiful little page from a 1920s children's book. And here is a guard's watch dial from the 1800s, and they would have put that into what looked like a watch almost, and that would have clocked their hours and their shifts. 1950s postage stamp collector's book page, and look at this, Star Spangled Banner. Look at this, beautiful, from the 1920s. I just love how it's aged naturally. And then I put more antique paper on the back because it was so brittle. So you can actually use that to journal on now. Great little pocket here from 1904 Freckles. Woman Tenderfoot. And then this is the Stock Exchange in New York. And that is from the early 1900s, and some child wrote 10 cents on there. I think it's hilarious. So that is quite a fantastic one. And then the garden party. Isn't that great? Sorry, Lacey. Oh my goodness. Sorry, honey. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so a little bit of vintage upholstery fabric here and a little hidden journaling spot here. This is really great Monaco vintage stamp here from 1958. Children's playing here, Mother Goose. Look at how that old Mother Hubbard. Isn't that great? And then this is a fabulous page from 1926, Delineator magazine. Look at this. I don't have many. They're very precious to me, but this is, I don't think the Del Monte label has changed in 100 years. Look at that. The color is vibrant. That's all original. And then on the other side, just the miracle of color. Tell me about it. Household painting guide. I love it. So whoever gets this journal, that is another real treat. There's some really precious pieces in this journal. Super affordable too. Sorry, Lacey. There we go, honey. Okay. Another wonderful plate, Natural Gateway from Bolivia. This is an antique book plate. So from the Library of, I had a box of them that never was opened. So that's why it looks brand new, because it kind of is and isn't. April 1924, so exactly 100 years old, this banknote. Put that back in there, so crisp. And then this is another Edith Holden. No, it's not. Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. Okay, this is from a children's book page. Oh, look at this, is so fun. I love this page. Potatoes, carrots, things that grow, how living things help us. Food from plants. Oh, so fun. More sewing pages, and in these pockets I have a triple pocket here, I think. Oh, this is so cool, from 1951 yearbook. Just great. Look at that, the Junior Commercial Club, all the fashions and the hair. Pittman shorthand. I remember shorthand. I never took it in high school, but I knew girls that did, and they never used it again. So let's have a look here. Oh, this is just a great little journaling page from a vintage book, and I think there's more. Oh, let's go all the way up to the top here. Look how much stuff is in this page. It's amazing. This is from the early 1900s, but I loved this. Poems You Ought to Know, Home Sweet Home. Isn't that fantastic? So I love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, pockets a go-go there. And another children's book page, crochet pocket here. And inside I have this great receipt from 1950. These are all my receipts here from February 1953. And this is from a publication down in Massachusetts. So all the different newspapers that a store would have bought to sell. Isn't that neat? I've never seen that before. That's the only one I had. And because I like books and newspaper so much, from the olden days, it was hard to give that one up. A pretty little owl here from an antique book, 1950s recipe tab from a binder cookbook. And then Wind and Water. This is a beautiful plate here. And then I made a pocket here for the, what am I trying to say? A pocket here for from the recipe book. And you can stick anything you want in there. I was going to put a little plate from my Beatrix Potter book, and I think I will still do that. Look at the little kittens here. And this is from 1898, Sunday Reading for the Young. More antique music sheets. This is really cool. 1934, you can see that at the top, and this is an advertisement. And the Evening Telegram with some scotch tape there through the years. Somebody wanted to keep that together. Here's a photo of a little, looks like 3 grandkids and their grandma out in the yard. A little pocket here, children's book pages. Oh, look at this beautiful doily page from the 1950s. And Theater Arts magazine here. Here's just another really fun little piece. I loved the graphics on it, so I kept that from a music piece. This is from the 1884 school book page. This is just a little journaling envelope that I made out of antique book pages. And look at that sweet little house there from a children's book. And here is a little the East Coast of America here, also from the 1920s. And this is special. Look at this wonderful, wonderful doily here. I couldn't bear to cut it, so you can actually pull that up and lift it if you want to use it. It's fantastic. Handmade here, embroidery and crochet, all handmade. Fabulous. Love it. And this Look at the color on that. Does the moon give light? From a school book in the 1920s. I love it. Different moon cycles. Oh my gosh, it just goes on and on. I'm sorry this is so long, but there's so much in here. Another officer's roll book here from 1955. Isn't that wonderful? My children's book page, an unused recipe card book, card. Theater Arts. This is from, I believe, 1940. And that's the end of the book. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. It was a beauty. Hyperstamper.etsy.com. Lacey's going to continue to sleep, and I'm going to go make another one. Bye for now.